guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review and wear test on the new R.E.M Beauty Sweetener Concealer. I am so excited to be reviewing this for you guys. They just launched it at my local Ulta, so I was like, adds to cart immediately. Let's see what this is about. I'm so excited because this did launch in 60 shades. So we're gonna be getting into this and seeing if this is worth your cash or not. So please keep on watching. Okay guys, so I already went ahead and did a light layer of base makeup. I just used the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue foundation, which you guys know that I'm a huge fan of. I also did a little bit of some eyeshadow. And I actually already did a little mini review over on Instagram Reels, and I just used this on my bare face. So now today I'm going to be using this with my foundation. Now I did pick this up in the shade Medium 1W. They didn't have the display out at my local Ulta just yet. They were just putting them out. So this was the shade that I was able to get. I do feel like this is more so like my winter shade. I feel like for summer shade I would go for Medium 4W or something around those lines. So I'm probably gonna go back to Ulta today or tomorrow and see if they have a shade closer to my summer shade. But I think this shade will give me like that brightness that I want. So this does come with a little spatula, which you can use to scoop out the product, which I really appreciate. I love when products have like a little spatula. My personal favorite way to apply this is with a little concealer brush. I just feel like, especially with this type of product, since it doesn't come in like a creamy consistency where you use a doe foot applicator, I feel like using this and applying it directly is really effective for me. So I'm gonna read a little bit about the details so that we can get into this review and wear test. So this is supposed to be a creamy concealer that applies with a smooth, lightweight veil and can be layered to your desired level of coverage. It's a soft matte finish. It's very customizable to however you want to wear it, like little like spot concealing on the face, or you want to really build up that coverage. It allows you to conceal, correct, highlight, and brighten, and even contour and carve the skin. You can touch up spots, or you can use it all over the face. This is supposed to be a great multitasking product. It's infused with R.E.M's Hydra Smooth Essence, which is powered by hyaluronic acid for a boost of hydration. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is I am just going to be taking this with a little brush. Let me come a little closer so you guys can really see me up close and personal. Okay, so I'm taking this Real Techniques 210 brush, and I really like this brush because I feel like it does a great job of really packing the product in. So like I said, it's one of those products that's a very nice customizable consistency, so you really can go in with your desired coverage, but you guys can see, like, look at that. This consistency is so creamy and it's not drying whatsoever. So I like to just pat it in with my brush. You guys can see how this compares to like my foundation shade. Definitely this is gonna give me brightness. So then I go in with my favorite sponge. You guys know the Juno & Co sponge. R.E.M Beauty did launch a sponge, and you can definitely check that out. Like I said, the display wasn't fully out yet at my local Ulta, so I wasn't able to get the sponge. I just literally got the concealer, but look how nicely this just blends out. Like, it blends out so well while still giving you that beautiful coverage and also giving you really pretty brightness. So now I'm gonna go in with my favorite powder. You guys know I always have to set, and I'm just using my Amazon Puff, and I'm just gonna set right here in the area where I tend to crease, directly on the under eyes. Yesterday I didn't set it with powder because I feel like for those days where I don't wear any like foundation or tinted moisturizer, it's just like my natural skin with a little bit of tinted sunscreen. I don't really like set my makeup, and I have to say it actually did pretty well because you guys know that I crease a lot, and that held up really nicely. It didn't increase as much as some other concealers, especially with this formula. I sometimes worry that my under eyes will really crease because it is a little bit of like a creamier formula than something really like lightweight. But even though this is a cream formula, I still feel like it does give me that really nice soft finish to where it makes my under eye look really pretty. But this is looking really good. This is my first impression trying it with my powder, and I'm one of those people that if something works really well with my powder, then I am winning, because I have to always powder my face, especially on the days where I'm doing like a full face of makeup. I feel like, to be honest, if I want brightening, this color is pretty good, the shade medium 1W, and also like in the winter, this will be like perfection, just because I know right now I do have a little bit more of a tan, and even my foundation shade is darker than what it tends to be in the winter. So I think this would do great and match me really well in the winter. But if I wanted a color to be more true to my tone right now, I probably, like I said earlier, would go a shade or two up. But look at the difference. Another way that I saw Ariana Grande wear this on her TikTok is she also used like the deeper shades that complemented her complexion to like contour face and to carve out. So that's another really good idea if you're somebody that wants to use this as a multi-use, or even if you're somebody that doesn't like wearing foundation or tinted moisturizer, you want something very lightweight to just spot. This is great. You can just use your finger and go in any of those areas where you feel like you may have redness or things that you want to cover up. This will definitely do such a great job of that. They also came out with a white and a black shade, which is really interesting. And obviously those you can use to like mix and formulate like your own color. I love the fact that they do that. They have so many options, and with 60 shades, I mean, that is amazing. So there's a shade for everybody. I'm just gonna be taking my sponge again, and I'm taking the flat side of my Junico sponge, and I'm going to be taking it right here. Ooh, this gives really good coverage too. So if you wanted to have a little bit more of a pigmented coverage, I would probably go in directly into the concealer pot with your sponge and just build that up. And look at this coverage, it's really nice. Look at that. Immediately brightens up the under eye. So yeah, there's many ways to wear this. There's no right or wrong way. It works in all the different types of ways, whether you want to use a brush, a sponge, keep it more on the natural side, keep it more on the like sheer side. Like you can definitely do that. And I love when brands come out with products that cater to everybody, that not just somebody who loves to do a full glam can use, but also somebody who likes to do something a little bit more natural can use. So that's always a plus, and this blended really well. Look at that. Looks really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna come back and give you guys my first impressions on how everything looks once it's all said and done, and then we can begin this wear test, because I'm excited to see how this is gonna do and whether or not, I don't know if I mentioned the price. I don't think I did. Whether or not this is worth $24. Okay guys, I just finished my entire face of makeup. Right now it is 12 in the morning, and let's talk about the new R.E.M Beauty Concealer. So this is what we're looking like. I have to say, I really like how it looks on the skin. I like how it's set on the skin. I feel like it did a really great job. The only thing that I noticed was that I feel like on the nose with the texture it didn't do the best. So I feel like if you do have some textured skin, I would tread light. But on the under eyes, my under eyes are pretty smooth. Everything laid really nicely. Even in the areas where I do crease, I'm having a great finish with it. It looks really nice and stunning. So I really do appreciate that of this concealer. I'm excited to see how this is gonna work for the entire day, because you guys know that is what really determines whether we think something's good or not. And so far, I feel like it's doing good with all its claims, and this is labeled as Conscience Beauty at Ulta, so it's vegan, it has sustainable packaging. I feel like going back to like the finish that this gives, it says it gives a soft matte finish. I definitely do see that, so I would say if you do have dry under eyes, make sure you prep your under eye really well. Also, I would say if you do have dry under eyes, maybe mixing this in with something a little bit more sheer, just because I do feel like when it comes to concealer, if you have dry under eyes, things can get really hairy. So I would just be mindful of that, and make sure your under eyes are very nice and hydrated. I think that's it for now. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna carry on with the rest of my day, and then I'll see you guys later for my final thoughts, and also, of course, my In Natural lighting clip, which comes up next. So keep watching. Okay guys, so here is the In Natural lighting clip. You guys can see the concealer on both sides of the eyes. I really appreciate how lightweight it looks and feels. You guys can see that. Also, I feel like this color in medium 1W actually works really well with my complexion. I feel like once the foundation is on, like it all really comes together and gives me a really nice brightening effect. So I really do like that, but things so far so good. And I love the coverage in this. Like, it's really nice. So I'm liking it so far, and I think it looks really nice. You guys can see that. This is my more creasy under eye, and it's doing pretty well. You guys can see. This one is my less creasy eye. Okay guys, so I am back right now. It is 7:20 p.m. and it is evening, so the sun is literally in my eyes because the sun's setting. But let's talk about the R.E.M Beauty Concealer. So we have it on right here, as you guys can see. And it actually held up very well with like my entire face of makeup. Yesterday when I just wore the concealer, like I had no issues whatsoever of it looking cakey or anything like that. And I think even now, like it really sunk into the skin really well. There is a little tiny bit of creasing on this side. This is my more creasy eye, which I mentioned in my in natural lighting clip. This eye looks great. This eye does have a little tiny bit of creasing, but not as severe as most concealers typically do with my concealer. Also, it's been like a very long day. The last time I saw you guys was like 9 and right now 9 a.m. and right now it is 7 p.m. So it's been quite a long day. I have to say, for it being a long day, this is looking fantastic. I also do quickly want to say that I did go to Ulta today to pick up some goodies, and I ended up seeing the whole selection out there. So I was swatching different colors, and I really like the color 6W for my summer shade. If I just want to like kind of fit more so of like my skin tone and everything, like my all-around complexion, for like those like spot concealing days where I'm not going to go in foundation and I just kind of want to rely on concealer, the shade 6W is great. But if I do want to go and brighten, the shade medium 1W is really good, the one that we're using today. So if you want more brightening, this shade will be great. Or if maybe you're around more so my winter complexion, I think you'll like this shade as well. But you're more so like my summer complexion and you like your concealer to match your foundation, more of that like tan shade, I would go in with the shade 6W medium. So that's just something to know right there. But I have to say, I really like how this looks. I think this is a great product. It's really user-friendly because, like I said earlier, it works for everybody. It's also a multi-use product, so you don't just have to use it as concealer. You can use it to bronze up your face. You can honestly use this just by itself as your overall makeup, which is another great thing. Now, while I was at Ulta, I did also look at their eye cream. It's like a blurring balm, and that's next on my list because that stuff looks phenomenal. Like, it looks really, really good. It felt super soft and blurry on the skin, so I was like, maybe that underneath this concealer will be like a dream. So I'll definitely be checking that. If you've tried that eye cream or like eye balm by R.E.M Beauty, let me know your thoughts on it, but it just looked fantastic. I think overall this is a really great product, and I applaud R.E.M Beauty for coming out with so many shades to cater for everybody. I think that's fantastic, and I think for the price point, it's pretty fair for what you're getting and how much you can actually use of this. When I say how much you can use of this, I mean how many different ways you can use this. And I also feel like with this, very little of this goes a long way because the pigmentation is there. So overall, great thoughts on this, and I'm so excited to continue using this. I will definitely keep you guys posted on how I am liking this product as the weeks progress. But so far I like it, and today's my second day using it. I'll continue to use it as much as I can. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing these type of videos for you guys. You guys know I love doing my review and wear tests for you guys. And I think that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. And I'll see you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye, guys.